I've heard of StreamerBot. I haven't set it up yet though. But I understand that might be the way to do things. Okay, let me see here. This might be the best place to do this at. I'm not at all used to doing toggles and stuff. So I'm not like, I haven't really, actually a lot of them I have paused right now because they're also the same buttons that I would use in my game. So I need to like fiddle around with that some. So most of them are actually like off right now, but so the staff can be off and on, obviously. You probably noticed, but the staff is actually eye tracked as well. Yeah. So that's the staff. This is a really simple one, but I've got a wave. Let's see, what else do we have here? I can turn my pet fellow on and off, as well as I can change its position. So I can have him hovering near me, flying near me if I want, or resting on my shoulders. Let's see here. I've got a magic spell. EP creature. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, hold on. I want to do this in a very specific order. Okay. So, where is it? I can actually turn my fangs off and on, but I just always want them on. Okay, so here's my original outfit, and I've added the dragon on my sleeve, and this was the whole idea behind the dragon. Is if I do this, it tears my sleeve, showing slowing some scales underneath, and then I quote unquote summon the pet, right? And the pet has a different color depending on which outfit I'm in. So yeah, right now these are two separate toggles, like tearing the sleeve and summoning and having the dragon present, but I want to combine them into one. So yeah. Yee! It's very cool. I'm obsessed. Yay, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I've also got facial expressions too, but I need to set those up a little bit. But yeah, so let's and I haven't figured out what all the keys are yet. So get back to here and here. And And here, I can actually tear this part of the sleeve on this outfit as well if I want. It's not exactly a dragon design, but I wanted to keep the idea. Okay. Now, which one was my staff on? Yeah, me too. Okay. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. I've stretch. So yeah, next up is to try and figure out how to like have redeems do stuff like switch the outfit or switch the pet's position or something, or like toggle the staff on and off. Genuinely never seen a model like this before. Aw. Yeah. I also don't have my position hotkeys set up for this yet. Yeah. Yeah, I really love it. I probably need to play around with the mouth tracking some as well. Right now, this is just kind of like out of the box what I got from the rigger, so I need to play around with that a little bit and make sure it's to my liking, like doing like the different vowel sounds, matching the mouth and whatnot. Yeah. Yee. I'm glad you like it. I'm really, really happy with it. Alright, let's hop back into the game. I think we're gonna go around to the exact same like set of don't just like it, I love it. I'm showing off to a bunch of friends later. Yay, thank you. I really appreciate it. I also have a quite a bit of art that I have for this new outfit. Like from various artists that I haven't shared yet. That I'm gonna start posting now that I've done a stream with the model. You're so sweet, cuz.
What's up? Good as done.
All right.
This green psychosis. Begin the sensation. The experience is a rather strange one, very disturbing. You've the point of a knife pressed to someone's throat, your hand clamped over their mouth and breath hot and heavy in their face. You begin to stab them, slowly. The knife dimples their skin and eventually breaks it. And there is a hot rush of blood over your forearm, the sound of strangled respiration, a horrible sense of perverted glee. And it's over. Man, these sensates are kind of like freaky perverts, I think. But maybe not the good kind of freaky pervert. Alright, let's see here. Festering jealousy. They really do want like every possible sensation. tedium,
All right.
murdering somebody. Let's see. You feel you're having sex with a succubus? I mean, although, who doesn't want to have that? This one is called Festering Jealousy. You feel your lip curl as the fairy-haired young hero, armor gleaming like a polished silver mirror, once again enters your tavern. Hanging his velvet cloak on a wall peg, he surveys your patrons with a pair of eyes like sea gems, and a smile that sets the serving wenches swooning. You set the mug you're cleaning down and harumph loudly, thinking of what it'd be like to turn him upside down and shove him in a rain barrel. Even have a choice if it's a succubus. I thought that was their whole thing. Yeah, fair enough. I'm curious how they can manage to capture the sensation, because in the sensation, it seemed like the person died from having sex with the succubus.
Done.
I'm curious how they got their sensation back here. Let's do Bitter Loathing.
All right.
Presumably that is this one. Oh, this is a long one. The venomous tears of pain brimming in your narrow yellow eyes. You gather the tattered remains of your small-scaled red wings off the floor. You humbly back out of Groba's study, gritting your needle-like teeth beneath sealed lips. Surely you're only a Spinagon, least among devils, but that's no cause for a pit fiend to tear your wings off because he doesn't like the message you've brought him. What will your Gulligan master do now? He certainly can't say anything to Groba, and what use is a Spinagon without its wings? You'll probably get cast into the pit of flame for incompetence. The vengeance is out of the question. There's little to do but shake your clawed fist and hate Groba with all the loathing your hard little black devil's heart can muster.
All right.
These don't give much experience, but a little bit. Okay, let's do Pure Glee.
I'm gone.
Is that this one? Dancing and leaping about in rhythm with the wood elves' bouncing festival music, you and a dozen other dancers spin through the forest clearing like a whirling dervish, smiling and laughing like mad. As the cheering forest dwellers whoop, clap, and dance alongside you, fairies careen through the air above your heads, leaving sparkly trails of colored light. And that one was a fairly basic one. Frightened Exhilaration. Hey, Isa. Hey, thank you. You missed me showing all the toggles to Kaz like 5 minutes ago. So I don't want to repeat everything just this second, but could either go back and check the VOD, or I'll share some screenshots or something later. Or once I get it hooked up to redeems, then everybody can like play around with them. Frightened Exhilaration. You twist your head to look up at the large contraption strapped to your back. A set of 4 bat-like wings extend from out of it, each made of leather pulled taut over wicker flames. From the precipice you've perched on, Dilgyar's floating fortress appears as if but a tiny speck suspended in blue-gray sky, miles across from nothing but empty air. This is how everyone travels on the plane of air, they said. It's easy. You smirk, step back a ways, and make a running leap off the cliff into the cool wind below, leaving your stomach behind. As the wings suddenly clutch the air, an amazing rush shudders through your entire body as you soar out over the nothingness and toward the elemental prince's abode. Oh, no worries, Ellie posted one screenshot from this morning, so I caught a few alts. Oh, yay!
Done.
I haven't checked Discord at all since I started streaming. Okay, which one was that? Was that Brain Exhilaration? Okay. Grim Determination is next. The entire hall was in ruins and still in the process of being destroyed, as dozens of combatants hurled weapons, deadly arcane magics in themselves at one another, in a desperate struggle to be the last one standing. Plumes of acrid green smoke rose from the pile of limp bodies you dragged yourself out of. Having barely escaped the wrath of some fiendish spell, there it was, across the way, through the battling throng, through the bloodthirsty battle ahead of you, sitting untouched on a miraculously upright table. Your pint of mead, and you'd get it back if you had to kill every last one of the brawling tavern patrons to do it. Wait, what was that called? Grim Determination. Wow, for a beer? Sure, why not? Hold on, I want to adjust my position just slightly. I just realized that was kind of off my my staff was a little off screen there. You have a ghoul in your party? I have a pyromaniac magician who, as punishment, a bunch of sorcerers teamed up against and set him on fire from like the plains of hell, and he became a channel for like fire from there. They thought that it would kill him, but really it just turned him into basically a fire elemental. We found him in a bar earlier where he was so consumed by the flames that we wouldn't that he basically had no cognizance. But we found a decanter of endless water and poured it on him. And once he got all of the water from the quote-unquote decanter of endless water, then he was kind of awake enough to join us.
All right.
And he's definitely very evil. But he's the 6th person that we've met, so he's now in the party. See, complete bafflement.
I'm gone.
This one? No, this one. The decanter of endless water is one of your favorite items from D&D. Oh wow, I didn't realize it was like a node item outside of this game. That's funny. This light blue stone is the one that the clerk directed you towards. Within it lies the experience, complete bafflement. You awake from uneasy dreams to find yourself transformed in your dank lair into a rather small, four-limbed, fleshy thing. You're lying on your shellless? You're lying on your shellless. I don't understand this sentence. You're lying on your shellless, as it were wholly unprotected. Back, and when you lift your... This grammar's weird. As it were wholly unprotected. I'm back. Oh, no. I think it's you're lying... Oh, I get it, okay. You're lying on your shellless, as it were wholly unprotected, back, and when you lift your tiny head, unadorned with its usual sensory antenna, a little you can see your pinkish belly, partly covered in soft curling hairs, quite unlike the black bristles you're accustomed to seeing there, and your only two legs, now just from the end of your torso, rather than up from your abdomen. They look thick and ungainly in proportion to your body, and lie there limply, making no attempt to right you on their own. Only by actively concentrating can you move the things. What has happened to you? It's not a major item for the most people, I don't think, but it's very versatile. I would imagine so.
Done.
We also had to find the command word to get it to work. Okay, how many others do we have here? Okay, actually, what were those last few? Oh no, those are the ones we already did. Any more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 more, so I'm guessing each of these 3 rooms we do twice. Horrible regrets. 3 rooms counterclockwise from the stairwell.
All right.
So, presumably that's this one. I wish more DMs played with command words instead of hand waving them. I think they're neat. Cool. I've never actually played like a D&D session or any tabletop RPG thing. Stand on the deck of your flagship, the Divine Hammer, as it floats over the continent of Argiron, held aloft by the winds of magic. The very landscape roils and shudders beneath the bombardment of your fleet. 1,000 ships' cannons and bombards hurling from their sorcerous fire down like vengeful gods. The shockwaves began to hit your ship only minutes ago, a constant vibration that shudders through the whole of the ancient craft and moves your very bones, accompanied by a constant rumbling bass. As the land's mountains begin to sink and the seas that surround it begin to boil off into the atmosphere, your first officer comes to stand beside you. My Lord Admiral, permission to speak freely, sir. You nod your acquiescence, your stomach sinking as you guess at his question. My lord? Forgive me, but how? What gives us the right? 1 billion lives. You speak without turning to him, unable to take your eyes off the Rumos, the nation's vast capital city, as it vaporizes into a cloud of superheated gases 12 miles across and growing ever wider. If you only knew the full treachery of the Agarites, First Officer Felm, one which is beyond most any man's comprehension, then you would know. You would speak of your right to annihilate them. We've no right to let them live. But sir, traitors? All of them? Surely among the hundreds of thousands. How many innocents? Silence. Speak of it no more. Our king has spoken. His will be done. No kings. The task set to us is a horrible one, not fit for contemplation or questioning. There is no room for pity, no room for remorse, only duty. The two of you stand silently for a time, watching the last minutes of Argiron. At long last you sigh, the low, stuttering exhalation that sounds as if something has broken inside you. Beneath the brazen plate that covers the ruined half of your face, your dead eyes begin to weep. Balm, my friend, I would have you understand. I know now, as I look down at what I have wrought here, that were I to think upon what I have done, what I have truly done, I would be struck mad. A deed such as this, the anguish would overwhelm, destroy me. So, First Officer Falm, it must be that there are no innocents in Argiron. No mothers, no children, no people, only traitors. Vile, cunning traitors who deserve no less than the full brunt of our most holy king's wrath. Do you understand this? Yes, my lord. Good. Now go. I wish to be alone here. By your command, Lord Admiral. Baum bows his head and returns below deck, leaving you to stand over the end of a civilization. No immediate promised or anything, but for future reference, are you interested in playing any systems in particular? No, not anything in particular, honestly. I'd certainly be interested for something. It's kind of finding the time would probably be the most challenging thing for me that would work for other people. I'm usually falling asleep a few hours into Ali's stream, if that gives you any indication of what my schedule is kind of like. And I wouldn't want to commit to anything that I couldn't actually commit to. Yeah, that's always a challenge. Yeah, it's not going to be a unique challenge to me or anybody else. Okay, shock and arise to seething vengefulness will do. Man, what a sensation. Shock and arise to seething vengefulness.
All right.
You stand somewhere in the nether regions of the plains, sweltering place where the ground is beaten copper and the skies of brass. Here the bodies of sinners, petitioners in this horrid place, are rolled amongst the iron brambles and bronze scorpions until their bones are fine gray dust. You squint at the horizon, the bone dust rising with putrid-smelling gusts of wind that carry with them the sound of agonized moaning. There is nothing but flat, metallic landscape as far as the eye can see. The dust is everywhere, in everything. It stings at your eyes, coats the inside of your mouth with a pasty film. You spit, wiping at it with your finger. It's of no use. The stuff's taste has fouled your mouth completely. You look down at the key in your hand, a minute a minute platinum orb, and picture the man's face. He solemnly swore to you the magical portal you just passed through, now gone of course, led to the green fields of Bitopia. Someone, by all the powers and their proxies, was going to pay for this one.
Done.
Getting twice as much experience for these more intense sensations. Slowly dawning horror. For this one, I think there's 3 left. Although these are just the public ones, there's also the private ones we can go check out. Is this a Palantir museum? I don't know exactly what that means. This is the, or I'm not familiar with the term Palantir. This is the Society of Sensation. So these are sensates who believe that the way to experience, or the way to learn about the multiverse is by experiences. So they go out and try to experience whatever they can, and then they store their experiences in these sensory stones, and then bring them back here so other people can experience them. Slowly dawning horror. How good could it be, you think? Regarding the burgundy liquid carefully. Across the table from you, the twisted old man smiles slyly. Please, sir, try. He whispers, his hushed voice, the sound dry leaves blown over a roughly cobbled street. Thou shalt find it more than lies up to thy expectations, I am sure. No, thou shalt find it more than lives up to thy expectations, I am sure. You nod at him and lift the crystal goblet into the air, watching the light play through the crimson liquor. You'd come a long way for this drink, searched long and hard for this old man, and you'll be damned to let anything rush you now. The moment was to be savored. Interesting, it's like the brain dances from Cyberpunk. Palantirs are scene stones from Lord of the Rings that let you see the present, not the past. You raise the glass to your lips, inhaling the stuff's aroma. The bouquet is light, sweet, intoxicating, almost dizzyingly so. You've tried countless drinks, written tomes about them, their flavors and smells, means of manufacture, in your journey across the plains. But this stuff was supposed to be legendary. No living man you'd found or heard of had tried this stuff. The stories were ridiculous. Nothing could taste quite so good, but if there were the slightest bit of truth to them, this would be some fine liquor indeed. At last you drink of the goblet, a cautious sip. Incredible, indescribable. As the flavor washes over your palate, you fight the urge to shudder with delight. Nothing you have tried in all your long years has tasted quite like this. You look up at the old man, startled to find your glass empty. You had drained it all in a single draught. You wipe your eyes with the back of your hand, not entirely sure when you had begun to cry. Tears of joy, eh? The old man laughed softly. Quite pleasing to the tongue, is it not? Wouldst thou like some more, perchance? He smiles at you once more. Yes, if I might. Surely, he replies, refilling your glass. Try as you might, you cannot resist downing in a single gulp. You thrust your finger into the goblet in an attempt to find some last hidden drop of the stuff. Several times more does he fill the goblet, and each time you gulp the stuff down as a starving man would devour a feast. Unable to control yourself, to deny yourself another exquisite taste of it. He chuckles softly once more. A drink such as this. A man would do anything for it, no? You nod without hesitation. Yes, a man would. Looking at him, his sly smile suddenly takes on a whole new meaning. A sense of horror begins to creep over you, as you begin to yearn painfully for more of the blood-red liquor. Yes, yes, the old man grins, his yellow eyes gleaming. A man wouldst do anything in the thrall of such a drink, even the most terrible, the most heinous of deeds, as thou shalt see, my newest servant. Okay, 3 more. Indescribable frustration. Doubling up on these rooms again. You can see it now, the crown of Haefun, gleaming upon a marble pedestal. No more than 20 strides away it is. With it, you can wrest control of the armies of Anthopolis away from your treacherous brother and restore your father's kingdom. A fool your wretched brother was. He smiled grimly at the thought, to leave the king's only daughter alive, thinking she could do him no harm. A sound, the creak of leather sandals, the softest hiss. Over there, by that third pillar. She was close now, Qualify the Medusa, jealously guarding the crown her servants had stolen for her so long ago. Crouching behind a wide pillar, you wrap your hand tightly around your trusted thrice-blessed javelin. With your helm of swiftness and the 100-mirrored shield, even a beast such as Palafi would be no match for you. Any moment now, she would round the pillar and meet the sight of you. Even if she turned away the shield, your javelin would surely find your throat. Suddenly, there's a gentle touch on your shoulder. You gasp, spinning around to face, of course, the Medusa. Accepting the inevitable, you only have time to loose a piercing cry of frustration before your lungs, and every other part of you, solidifies into cold, gray stone. A vastly important secret. Six Imperial servants rush ahead of you, swinging the golden doors of the Dragon Palace wide. Long live the Empress, they cry in unison. 1,000 years! Long live the Empress! 1,000 years! Beyond the threshold, dozens of loyal warlords, kings in their own right, drop to their knees, touching their heads to the floor in deference as you pass them en route to the Grand Imperial throne. As you turn and face your minions seating up to yourself upon the Imperial throne, you allow a small, satisfied smile to creep across your carefully painted lips. There is but one thought in the forefront of your mind, that the body of the young Empress, Wu Sun Sha, lies broken at the bottom of the Well of Solitude, and that you, Bai Hua, a horse merchant's daughter, are at last poised to shake the empire and the corrupt Wu dynasty to its very foundations. What was that one called? That one was interesting. A vastly important secret. Okay, last one I think. Lycanthropy? Lycanthropy. Suddenly aware that the hour has almost come, you leap from your bed and run flying from your cottage and into the surrounding woods. Stumbling in the dark, you come up to a small, moonlit clearing, the one you had found last week and decided to use tonight. You hastily strip off your clothes, sit in the long grass, and wait. You close your eyes, listening to the steady chirp of crickets, the throaty croaking of bullfrogs in the nearby creek, and the rustle of the grass as the wind caresses it. What would someone think, seeing this through your eyes, experiencing this moment, and what was next to come? Soon you would travel to the city, find a cleric to rid you of the curse, but for now, you may as well make the best of things. You rub your hands together with anticipation, grinning like a bearded, fire-haired giant of a madman, sitting naked and alone in a forest clearing in the dead of night. A prickling sensation runs across your skin, and your senses sharpen dramatically. You breathe in through your nose, inhaling the scent of everything around you. The damp earth, the sweat on your cast-off clothes, the possum clinging fearfully to the tree behind you. You open your eyes and look down at your forearms. The faint moonlight reveals the slightest quivering across their surface, but in moments the flesh begins to ripple impossibly, tufts of thick brown fur sprouting forth, with a grisly crackling sound, like popping joints and grinding bones. Your back and shoulders begin to hunch and broaden. Uncomfortable, but not quite painful. Your muscles, your entire body mass, doubles, triples in size, and continues to grow. Still fascinated by the transformation yourself, you watch as your fingers wither away to nothing, hands swelling into meaty paws from which burst fur and massive black claws. The night seems to become brighter as your eyes transform. Become accustomed to the darkness, the wide muzzle comes into view, and you touch your wet, snuffling nose delicately, chuckling to yourself. Next time you think, you'll have to stare into a mirror or pond as the curse takes effect. Watch your face warp and change, losing its familiar shape to become a bear's. Soon it becomes difficult to concentrate upon anything but your more basic urges. Food would be good right now. Yes, food. Perhaps you'll get lucky and find a nice fat catfish in the creek. You rise off your massive haunches with a huff and begin to amble through the trees on all fours, heading for the water's edge.
Done.
Okay, I think that was all of them. At least in the public place. Yep. Okay. That one seemed pretty bearable. Oh. Hold on, this is important.
All right.
Okay, I think we've done everything. Oh wait, no. Well, we've done everything that's visible here. So let's talk to this guy once more and go to the private sensoriums.
I'm gone.
Alright, so how many are here? One. Oh, there's only 3, looks like. Is Quell down here? Oh, yeah, he is. Alright, let's see. There's also a container over here with literally nothing in it. Why is there a container here if there's nothing in it? That's bizarre. Okay, let's talk to, actually, let's do this. Let's do the census first and talk to, well, last. He might have a long conversation. The inscription around the base of this sensory stone indicates that it holds the experience week-long hunting trek across the forests of Arborea. You're standing in a circle of white tents, deep in the woods somewhere. The trees around you are, by far, the largest you've ever seen. Suddenly, though, there's an odd prickling sensation at the back of your skull. Your surroundings melt into a colorless smear, then slowly resolve into what looks like the interior of a large gray sphere. Across from you stands a figure almost identical to yourself. His eyes flash in the half-darkness. A mad smile splits his features. I knew you would come. Oh, greetings. Greetings. Oh wait, is this interactive? So good to see you, he sneers. I bid your murderous tongue be silent. That's right. Murderous. Your pretend innocence is laughable. Who are you? Oh, don't you know? Didn't all those filthy, lying, thrice-be-damned journals tell you who I am? Those journals that were so conveniently left for me when I awoke. Those journals that called me an incarnation. Ha! Burned them all I did. All that I found. This does not feel like a sensation. This feels like it's actually happening. What did they say exactly? They spoke lies, 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 and nothing more. Filth about a man who forgets himself. Other incarnations of preserving their experiences in writing so later lives could benefit. Thieves. It's my life. Mine. You all want to steal my body, and you won't have it. So, you're one of my earlier incarnations. He crosses his arms and looks away. If you'd put stock in such trash? Yes. Where am I? Oh, this. He gestures around him, snickering. Just a little trap is all. I realized that killing you body thieves might not be enough. I might have to trap you, ensnare you for eternity. You may have realized by now, but there's no way out of this sensory stone. Your mind is locked here. You'll note the rather sparse surroundings I've left for you, all to help the madness set in good and quick, while your flesh rots away. He chuckles evilly. I have some questions then. Your earlier incarnation crosses his arms and looks away indignantly. Save for a few more tufts of hair on his head, he's identical to you. Even his arms have most of the tattoos yours do. Did you create that trapped dodecahedron? I don't know what you're babbling about. Alright, it was me. Brilliant, wasn't it? Did you play with it a bit? Lose a finger or an eye, I hope? He chortles merrily. How did you make this trap? Can't tell you that. It'll never be replicated. The magics used in its creation were lost, even to me. Clever it is, though. One experience hidden beneath the other, so that no flesh but my own would set it off. Did you put those tattoos on? No, he looks distraught. That one incarnation, the practical one, did. I've tried to burn them off, but the skin regenerates with the tattoos still on them. I've tried to tear them off, stain them with acid. I hate them. But why? His eyes flicker uncomfortably. It is maddening to feel the eyes upon you, reading your body like a book. Read the tattoos. His eyes grow wild. Stop that! Stop reading me! He tries to cover himself with his arms, turning away from you. The figure's eyes grow even wilder. Stop! Stop now! I am warning you. He turns away from huddling up to cover more of his body. You see on his back the list of tattooed warnings that Mort once read to you at the mortuary. There is, however, one line at the bottom that Mort had neglected to read aloud. Don't trust the skull. Your previous incarnation grows more and more frantic as you keep peering at him. I'm warning you for the last time. This might let him out. This might convince him to let me out, but I might get more experience if I do the intelligence one. But if your flesh sets it off, wouldn't that mean I'm you? You've trapped yourself. I've trapped myself, don't you see? Wait. Let's ask him about the two sensations first. Yes, that of the Arborean hunting trip and that of this trap. He looks suddenly wary of you. Why? Try and force your way into the other sensation through sheer willpower. What? What are you doing? Stop that. Continue to force your way into the other sensation. You at last push yourself into the surface experience, the Arborean hunt, and end the sensation before being pulled back into the trap. Really? I only get 500 experience? I wonder if escaping that in a different way gives you any more experience. Paranoid. Okay, seems like 500 or
Endure.
Inception and Memento are both inspired by this exact moment, clearly. Clearly, right?
All right.
Just
All right.
a couple more. The base of this aquatic blue stone has been sculpted so it appears to have melted into the pedestal it rests upon. A stream of perfect azure drips down the sides, framing the inscription beneath the pedestal. Longing. As you place your hands upon the stone, surface ripples beneath your touch. A chill washes over your arms, like plunging your hands into a mountain stream. As you close your eyes, you blink and reopen them. Your eyes are brimming with tears, and you're overcome with a terrible sensation of drowning. As the sensation rolls through you, there is a stirring in your breast, a hunger, poisonous like a serpent, biting into your heart, until you feel as if your breast will explode. You want to desperately study yourself, focus, but all that comes to your eyes is tears. You raise your hand to wipe away your tears. Your hands are soft, delicate woman's hands. They brush the stray tears from your cheek, and you cup them in your hands, each of the tears like jewels shimmering in the lights. The lights are cast by candle globes that drift through your sanctuary. You have come to this place to gather your thoughts, to reflect upon the past, with an eye towards the future, to cleanse the mind before the coming journey. Yet, you cannot concentrate. Your thoughts remain in the present, trapped there by a terrible feeling that rises in your breast. What did he mean? So is that other incarnation still trapped in there, or what? I feel like... So... I feel like he is not real, per se. Like the maybe kind of, I guess he is, because he was saying like the magic that created that trap is lost to time, because typically what happens is I die and then I forget everything, so every time I die there's like a new incarnation, but it's only ever actually one person at a time. So I think the fact that there's another one who's like there in the same time as me is magic, rather than like being actually me. Maybe. You close your eyes, but his words echo in an old incarnation making a trap for you is actually awesome. Great writing. Yeah, this is probably the best writing I've seen in a video game. Disco Elysium would be up there as well, though. You close your eyes, but his words echo in your mind 100, 1,000 times. Will he ever return? The sound is a whisper, an echo. Only you, only you. Yet you hesitated at the brink of time's door, and he must have thought you afraid to go, but you were not. You were afraid to stay. In the fear, the serpent writhes in your breast again, its fangs biting into your heart, filling it to bursting with its poison. The tears come again, running down your cheeks in streams, his words echoing. I briefly muted. Thank you. But then forgot to unmute. I don't know if I said this thing, but you speak, Dayanara, yet to you, it is you, gray-skinned like a statue, striding from the light. Are you that scarred? Your body looks like it has been bathed in knife blades. The wounds, the tattoos, horrible. Yet you see through Dayanara's eyes, and she sees. How can she see you in such a way? She puts a cloak over your features. She sees you in such a light, such terrible longing. Light. For she, how can she feel such... So I was saying this is a interesting sensation. So this is from the perspective of Dayanara, who loved a previous one of our incarnations and died following us. Try and refocus. Brace yourself and hold on to the experience. You feel your vision tearing, doubling until you are that man striding from the light. It is you, but not you. You feel yourself being torn. It is Dayanara's experience, but at the same time, it is also yours. And you... What? I ask too much of you to accompany me, Dayanara. I have no right to place you in such danger for my sake. It is your words, but they are a surgeon's words, chosen with cold skill, without a trace of emotion. With every word you feel yourself sneering inside, knowing what the stricken girl will see next through her long and stained eyes. And who? Are you that person? That man twisting her with your words, not knowing how powerful they are to her? Like bolts from a ballista piercing your breast. Yet she sees only relief at your return. How can she feel and not know you mean to? I have come to ask your forgiveness, Dayanara. I shall return to you as soon as I am able. Your vision tears again, doubling and bleeding, until you are facing yourself again, trying desperately to speak, to warn Dayanara that this is not a man, but a creature that kills for his own needs. He doesn't care about you, Dayanara. You're a tool to him, a tool he needs to. But Dayanara speaks, and you can't stop her. I would place myself in 1,000 dangers. Embrace eternity for you, my love. I am not afraid. Listen to me. I will accompany you, though the plains themselves should bar the way. You feel yourself shattering, relief and satisfaction. His satisfaction at her words, knowing she would say them, always knowing. And her admission of love is like the slamming of a portcullis across your heart. Trapped. She is yours, but you must be certain, so you drive the nail home. The way is dangerous. You will have to be strong, far stronger than you are now. Swimming through her mind, relief, the wave of relief, the end of longing, yet the longing for him more at his words, not noticing his manipulations. All you need to be is strong, and his path shall be as one with yours. Your thoughts are like fires, for you can be strong, stronger than he knows. You know no fear. You would die for him. I can be strong, my love. I will. Her words slide off him like water. The serpent in her breast, one piercing her heart with its poison, has been replaced by the serpent in the flesh. She sees nothing of this, and his next words are planned carefully. So carefully. I can't say if we'll succeed, Dayanara, but I'll do my best to protect you, and I will expect nothing less of the same from you. You may be required to make some sacrifices. In that final, terrible word, you feel yourself being torn apart. He means her harm. He means you harm, for you or her, and he means to hurt her. Yet you need her to be harmed, and you want to scream at her that she's in danger. Run, Dayanara, for his eyes unmake all things, and... Of course, my love, life is sacrifice. This I have learned. Okay, we're gonna have an ad break in a second. So let's go ahead and break now, and I'll finish this conversation after the ads. BRB.